Alright friends, we're back. Yeet. The moment that I started my stream, my modem died, so yeet. That was fun. At least I got to do my mini cacpot, which I was just bragging about when when the internet did the thing. We got 14,000 MGP in 3 tickets. So, yeet. Good day for that at least. But now we're stuck in the queue. When I logged in like 45 minutes ago, it was like 1:30 p.m. or something like that. I guess it was like an hour ago now. He was like 30, maybe 50. But now it's up to 200. So I guess people are starting to hop back in there. Through the night, it still gets up to several thousand in queue. Sadly for them. But what can you do? Hopefully we don't get no 2002 and then get sent to 400. If that becomes the case, I'll probably just go play like balloons or some shit. I'm tempted to like load up balloons while we're waiting for this, but I don't think it'll be long enough for us to do at least one level. Then again, it's flashed at 187 like 5 times. Heck it, dude. Playing some balloons. What we need to do first, though, is see if we can get it light windowed. Wait, what's the Twitch button do? Can I create loadout polls? Nice. I guess we can't. Oh, we actually moved. Nice, nice. Did I do all of these? Did all of those. Apocalypse. There's no slowing down, dude. I don't remember what my big strat is for this one, for this type of balloons, this type of level. I know we can use ninjas to do that. I don't remember if we can ever actually pop metal balloons. At the very least, he can handle cloaked, which is kind of all we wanted. Put him, and then we'll put a boomerang monkey right on the other corner. Yo, they're going too fast, dude. That's rude. Okay, so strat is he's gonna hold down the fort against the cloaked ones. He is doing his best. He's gonna hold down the fort against metal ones when we get that. And that's all to help us survive while we get this monkey up to shimmer, so that he'll remove camo from balloons permanently. Oh shit. The question is, do we do anything to make him We don't need to worry about counter espionage, so I might just do caltrops and then ninja discipline. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Yeet. Look at him go, dude. Now I think we can focus on this magic monkey. 37 still. The question is, do we do fireball, or do we go up to firewall first, or do we push straight to shimmer? I think firewall is probably pretty value. Because that's 900 there, and it stops so many balloons. Whereas shimmer is like expensive as shit. Yeah, the camel balloons are starting to show up. I believe with fireball, the mage can also hit can also break lead balloons, so that's ideal. Y'all are doing great. Just so they don't like overrun us with the few monkeys we have. Necromancer monkey is also really, really good, so it helps. That will help immensely as well. If we can make it! Yeah. There we go. I feel like next I should probably put down my hero so he actually levels up a couple times so we can get his anti-Moab button. Those are another thing to be concerned about. Although Moab press would probably be pretty good with glaives. Or faster rangs, maybe. There we go. Anti-Moab button acquired. So from here I think we're pretty much set. At least up to Necromancer. Oh, did he stop casting on the wall of fire? No, there it is. Come on. Give me the stuff. Oh shit, we got in. We'll finish out this level. It won't take 30 minutes. remember which tree I wanted. I think we should probably go anti-Moab. Or even just leave it that as is and start building cannons. Those are important. Can we fit him? Well, that's the wrong tree, damn it. It's the middle one. Yeet. I think we take bigger bombs as the secondary, not the range. Perfect timing, actually. We want to get the abilities soon, but it'll be good to get the extra damage on the normal rockets first. I still have yet to use his ability, Yeet. I'm honestly wondering if there's anything that can push through this. I feel like now that I say that there is, but I want to believe we're immortal. That's something that's really important not to forget. Is telling them to target the strong ones. That resets all our cooldowns, I believe. Yeet. Alright. Well, that wasn't so bad, now was it? Now all we have left is... chimps. On that first level. I see it right there. Right there. One day. One day. Alright. Now for our regularly scheduled Final Fantasy content. Yeet. Trial is still digesting a rather hefty portion of food for thought. True. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the Forum's true motives and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. That didn't tell us anything about their motives, that just told us about their way of doing things. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in the days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way you could better acquaint yourself with Kialiapo. As the Scholark suggested. Scholark, that's his name. Scholark Montechagny. While I share our findings with Raha. Fair heckin' point, dude. She mentioned Buddhist. What is this? This is for crafting stuff. Okay. That's why she suggested talking to her. Is that not the way out? Sven diagram. Nice. People have the funniest names sometimes, dude. Sometimes people just come up with the weirdest names. Speak with Grahatia in the main hall. Everyone move, dude. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. Oh yeah, so we should definitely have a meeting about that. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Yeah? Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Lominsa. We can do that. Too early for certain to say, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. Everyone can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand. Of course she goes to Estinian. Why wouldn't she? I mean, they are dragon scales, dude. Shouldn't complain though. Virtra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with utmost care. Trust me, dude, I'm aware. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. Are already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were to be found consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go in the grapevine. Shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have the good news. We'll have good news of our own to share. Sure. Tide is about to turn. I can feel it. Limsa Lominsa. Hey man, don't say that. All these flags Alphino keeps putting up. He started doing it in Shadowbringers and he hasn't stopped since. As you may or may not be aware, the Admiral is at present entertaining the Elder Seer and the Sultana. Ah, three of the most powerful women in the world in one room. Do you need a moment to spare, or shall I show you to them? I think we'll be okay. We'll be alright. My apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. How dare you? First of all, how dare you? On the contrary, we are honored and grateful and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that this discussion be conducted in person. Locked in a war of attrition, our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it's only a matter of time before we're overwhelmed. Yes, victory will only be claimed through decisive action when we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. Yes. When she says decisive action, would that mean to include storming the Empire rather than the towers? Hinges entirely on the warding skills and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. Oh man. During your time in Charlie and the Allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge of abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. Your triumph at Razat has given us cause to hope once more. I mean, okay, yeah, I guess I did that. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it is you, Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telafroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart in Garlemald. Ah, all according to the plan, Daniel. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. Fantastic. Wait. Ilsabard is Thavner. Does that mean we got Matanga friends coming along? I can't remember their actual tribe name. Arcasadora? Its objectives are twofold, I guess. First is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Okay. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed of their free will. They serve the Telafrois every whim without question. Actually, when she puts it like that, that would be a very nice way to get the people on our side. The Imperial people on our side. Rather than the Imperial government. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic, definitely for strategic or political gain. Nanamo or Namo. You can say that all you want, but you know. But because it is the right thing to do, it can be both. It can be both. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Very nice words to say. Are we gonna make them rebel? Okay. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the Colossal Tower that Thancred and Urian Jade observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there is reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. That's fair. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway, though the same could be said of the Telafroi. There's certainly no rush to press further into our lands. Well, I thought the whole plan of the Telafroi was contingent on those towers' survival, mostly. Just like sucking up the stuff out of the land. I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied while they work towards our annihilation. Come to think of it, how the hell did all the Imperial soldiers get to the towers? If they just presumably materialized out of nothing, they just sneak in? Like, how did we let that happen? Do we need to have a talk about, like, intelligence and espionage? Surveillance, even? Anyway, you'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied while they work towards our annihilation. Fair. This would appear to be substantiated by Ishtola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the Spires siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. You sure about that? It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down along with their infernal towers. Fair point. My thought is maybe this is only because I know that we're going to the moon at some point. What if they're just using it for rocket fuel, dude? Using the the suck juice of the planet to power their contraption to get off the planet. Yeet. We'll bring their schemes crashing. Yeah, we read that one. Estinian approves. That's all well and good. But what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. An astute observation, Estinian. Want you and your scales to join the Ilsebard contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Do you pay? That's the real question. Ilsebard paid with the scales that we are now delivering to them. So, you know, what do we Scions get out of this? We got operational costs. Tataru would not have us accept a job without pay. You don't know what she would do if we did that. For the people of Garlemald. I'm not sure how well that would go over. Yeah, we'll go honor and glory. That's more fun. Or toxic masculinity and fighting spirit. Yeet! Ishtola, Thancred, and Urianger have already pledged their support, and they're on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. Yeah, they keep saying, like, they keep glossing over the fact that we have an Ilsebard contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. It's hardly a gamble, I think, at this point. Once you've delivered the warding scales to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsebard. Robin and Amaric are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs, and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telafari so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. Not the only ones who can create a diversion. True, true. Now go safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it or better upon return. Hell yeah, dude. That's comforting. All we have to do is to do it, and then everything will be fine. It's a 50-50 gamble, dude. Either it does or it doesn't. So what? Okay, so the reason I was hung up on the whole Ilsebard contingent was because... Can we get like a... There we go. When you open the teleport thing... The region Thavnair is in is Ilsebard, so I was thinking it was just the name of the island itself, not the whole middle section of the map. So, I guess it's more than just the Thavnair people, if the Thavnair people actually show up at all. Not that they really need to, they've already kind of done their part. I stand corrected. Through the power of cartography. Did I get a chest coffer? Oh no, I'll get it after this one, I think. What? There's no walls on this map. Cartographers, please. Where are the roads? What? For what purpose? Why have we paved up to this wall like this? Cut content, for sure, for sure. Either that or it's a fake wall, but I see no way to dispel the fake wall, so... What are we gonna do? Wanderer's return, you've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. True, true. Should be proud. I know, I know. Those warding scales of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. We're Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we've seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. More distraction, I suppose. Yeah. Just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsabard contingent. Their very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. I'm surprised Astinians so for this. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side. Aww. Alas, I have my own battles to fight. Where words may serve me better than any blade. Hate to say it, but Amaric's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. Well, safe hand, in your case. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayer that our cause is just. Indubitably. We meet again! Oh, that's not the right voice at all. Fuck! Oh, it's Gaius, not Nero. I couldn't tell what color his hair was. I just assumed it was blonde. Word of your exploits travels quickly. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force, even. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one. Thank God. Means we don't have to look at your Patrick Swayze-looking ass. That being the information I have shared with Maxima, for the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. Another one abandoning us. I do the Telafroi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. So I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. You mean the same countrymen who are tempered? Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. He's here! Yay! What's up, Trash? How you doing? Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. It's a fair point. Well, I mean, that's a fair point. I doubt they'll be happy to see me. Fair point, but so long as you refrain from announcing your arrival to all and sundry, the average person should have no inkling as to your identity. As if I could hide my identity with this attire. I'm not exactly the most inconspicuous individual. Although your titles and deeds are common knowledge, only a select few would recognize you on sight alone. Perhaps one day they will learn that the Warrior of Light is not a demon to be feared, but a man deserving of their trust. Fair. Maybe. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Maxima, you still creep me out, dude. You have a hero face on an Elysian body, and it makes me uncomfortable. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing, something I accidentally clicked. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? No. Don't do it. Don't listen to him. You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you, all of you. Aww. Alphino has been strangely quiet in all this. I would think he would open his smart-ass mouth sooner or later. Oh no! Ah! Wait. We're in town. This is a major town, right? Fuck! It's not. And when did I get gauntlets of fending? Yeah. Why must we be so restricted in the usage of glamour plates? What are those? The other members of the Ilsabard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you are ready. You better not ask me if I have business. You know I do.
By the 12th.
That sounds like a lot of people. Oh, the whole gang's back together.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
How dare you?
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald.
Wait,
Much
is that
rides on the
Connie
efforts
Senna's
of the Ilsabard contingent.
homie? Can't remember if it's a brother or a sister. Those just look like plain ass dudes. Those look like plain ass dudes. I feel like I should probably recognize him or him. I recognize her. I vaguely recognize that one.
Indeed, which is why
Oh,
I'm
it's her.
glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Okay, okay.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this
Oh
mission
yeah, she
through to
was
its
from
end.
Wait, is she from Garlemald?
We have a hard road ahead of us. But
With
walk
a
it we
name like
shall,
Lucia, yeah, she
together.
probably is.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Nope. You gotta pay for it, dude. Did they synchronize that on purpose? Did they practice?
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must, I am Arun Senna,
That is.
spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf
The
of my
home.
esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer, we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald.
I've been told these are built in. That's not equipment.
To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin
That's
Adders
a
Finest
bard,
serving as our
and that's a
escort.
dragoon. Those are not healers. You cannot fool me. Oh, maybe all the ones in the back.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Ah, this motherfucker.
Wait, I know you.
Yes. You shot Merwin. Well,
My
at her.
name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told,
Maybe
I'd
that's why I
rather
felt
you
like I
had
should regret them.
forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me.
He picked me. Don't sound so
Of
ashamed,
course,
dude.
if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is.
Keel
But more
hauled
importantly,
indeed.
like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
I mean, again, these people are so you know, hinged on one or the other. It can be both. We can do a little bit of plundering. They're temperate. They're not gonna notice. Just saying. At the very least, we can plunder the towers.
Since we all know how much
Though
the
I'm not sure how
Empire
much
loves
valuable
its
stuff is in
steel,
there.
we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy.
So we got, is Will Smith in there? Smith & Wesson, John Smith. There should be at least 3 of
Of
them.
course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable
Yeah,
of
that's-
cracking skulls. Believe you me.
Believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again,
Oh,
so are we.
Lise, don't get too excited.
The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest.
Snow White, you're missing 2 of your dwarves.
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction.
I love how everyone makes fun. Like, literally everyone makes fun of her for the whole Master Matoya thing. Oh my!
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself.
True.
Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead.
Wait, you're standing in front of the Ordens and the Alamegans. Where's the Ishgard people? Is it, or is it just
I
you?
have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The 4 high houses house Hylinart foremost among them.
Oh, they're
have
there, okay.
arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Were you? Oh, I know you.
Lord Emanolaine?
Ah, yes, that was your name.
Ah, yes.
That I remembered.
Emanolaine de
Truly.
Fonton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually.
At
My
least he
brother,
knows his
in
limits.
His infinite wisdom decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that.
I mean, there's wisdom in knowing your limits.
But should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed
Please don't ever say that to me again. I can't encourage this.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale on a roi.
Please, just, I
believe
see why
that
she was.
concludes introductions
You're
to the Grand
reluctant to do
Company
that.
of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Oh
Would
no.
that be the shinobi of Doma?
I mean, they're probably already here, we just can't tell.
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
What are they, samurai?
Out of my way, you preening fool!
That's toxic, dude. I have no emotional connection to these people. Such is the cost of a story skip.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as a step is sorely lacking in both.
Mm-hmm.
No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Only dimes.
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Well, I know who Thancred's gonna be rolling with. Can't say that I blame him personally.
Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald.
They seem to be well aware of that.
And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as
But
such.
that's a griffin holding a sword back there, I just noticed.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth.
They're people too.
No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Maxima, who stands with us today, tried to reform Garlemald from within and make peace with Doma.
The weird man.
So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good.
The greater good.
It won't be easy. But we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Ah,
Then we are in accord.
we like agreement.
Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our
Oh, I
journey.
thought they were about to say Sid just fucking drilled a hole through the entire mountain. That would have been funny.
However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems,
Of
further
course they
discouraging
do.
an airborne approach.
Why wouldn't they?
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities.
Shipping
The vast ice
facilities.
field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So, it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the air...
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed.
How much did you pay someone to write that for you?
Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Wait, I can't go over here, dude? Didn't Heidelin tell me to go where I pleased? It pleased me to go over here. A liar. Yamosha and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telafroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. If you shall have to suffice, ere we embark, we must distribute the warding scales to our comrades. Sure. Please don't make me give one to a Madeleine. Thank God. Arun. There you go. It's been a while since you had your last line. There you go. These enchanted talismans, or should that be talisman, would probably require considerably less time and effort to produce if the alchemists of the great work were not so preoccupied with making them look pretty. Understandable. You know, what's the point of having it if it's not pretty? Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside of the 12's Wood. The Elder Seedseer, however, has granted me special permission. Oh boy. She has bid me lend my magics to the people of Garlemald while learning what I can of their ways. In so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world, or so she says. I say it is past time our allies benefited from the power at a Seedseer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. There. I hear you got something for us. There you go. Scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when this is all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. One more thing, I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Ainzar instead? Hell if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hilfer told me was that they needed someone to help safeguard the future, and here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land in the middle of the sodden snow in all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing, so let's sail. Or however the saying goes on airships, it's basically the same, dude. Pretty much the same. That's a set of warding scales I spy, not that I would know what they look like. Yes, indeed it is. They do look kind of like scales, don't they? Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Sure. It is now. Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Well, one less thing. Only one way to find out, and nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. YEET. Warding scales for the Ishgardian delegation. Indeed. Take it. These talismen may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. Find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. Now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. That is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Aymeric. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use, and I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. Eat. For sure. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Did you? That's good. Oh, the talismans. We are to keep these close at all times. Yes, I will see that no one misplaces theirs. And before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. Hope I've done his words justice. Doma, like much of Othard, has been plagued by towers. Yet while he could not be here, I wish to express his shared conviction. Hien and Yugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid will we keep the enemy at bay. We of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repair their efforts by ending this war. Hell yeah, dude. Maxima, why? I don't want to talk to him. Why does he get his own? No. Go get your own. Thank you for this and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice if I may. You have been told by many to wear the coat of Ilzabard. I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisioning of the protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to the Alamegan border. Are we not here? I didn't realize we'd be going to Garlemald. Before the moon. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. I have a cape, it looks so wrong. We needn't worry about Urianger and I, we still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Stinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats, if only I had time to find something to my liking. Well, you better hurry. Time's a-wasting. Hark, is that the cry of scions in need of a tailor, I hear? I feel like I should know that. Oh! Ah! Tataru, when did you get over here? But how? I have my ways, oh yes indeed. Or should I call you Zodiark? You thought you could sneak off to Ilzabard without telling me? Haha, nothing escapes my notice. The coin purse. Now you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. Fine, fine. Why do you need a new outfit as well? Are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion, rather the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creation if I've never worn them myself? Fair. Valid. I did have one other thing to share. Miss and have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian. Why not? You can keep Kryl company in the Baldessian Annex. Hell yeah. Love to have you there, and I heard Hermes did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. Yeet. Really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you other than pray for your safe return, which I will every day. Aw, thanks. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Go get changed. There's not much privacy on the airships. Your winter woolies. Do I have to wear them though? Yo, is Estinian even gonna get new ones? I mean, that does look cozy as shit, but yeah, we won't be wearing that. It's taking all the restraint in my body to not teleport somewhere that I can put my coat back on. Ataru is desperately trying to retain her composure as she prepares to see off on yet another perilous journey. Bill, the airship pilot, has been sent to meet you. Oh boy. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Before we head off to Garlemald, it has been about an hour, so I'm gonna stand up and stretch my legs. Probably get a drink or something. And yeah, just keep the blood clots at bay. So I appreciate you watching. Hope you're enjoying. If you are and you have not already, make sure you dab on that like button, yeet that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and help me hit my goal, excuse me, of 100 subscribers by the end of 2021. And when I get back, we'll continue this. Yeet. Alright, friends, I'm sorry about that. That was a little longer than I intended. Well, we're in there. How we doing? How we doing? Also, before we continue with the story, I think I'm gonna do my trial roulette at the very least. Duty. On duty. Eat. What the hell is that? That escape is so flowy. We gotta fight something today, you know? Please, no Stormblood. Please, no Stormblood. Fuck. I don't even know who the hell this is. Emanation? What's that? Use the etheric residue lingering on your body to temporarily disguise yourself as one of Lakshmi's loyal dream.
Open your heart to me.
Well, so far this doesn't seem so bad. Hey, that's rude. Yo, yeet. What's up, Milkus? Good to see you, my dude. We are approximately, what is it? Time is it? 3 hours away from the start of the day's gone. Okay.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
What? Yo, she's a big lady. I still got 10 seconds. Whoa. She said bosom, by the way. Yeet. Now wait a minute, you're saying it was a trap all along? Well, I got fucked up.
I shall free you from your hate.
Opa. I was probably supposed to hit this button when that happened. Oh, do we just stand on the thing? At this point, you know, I'm just here for the ride, dude. I'm doing my best.
Surrender to bliss.
Oh, bubbles just refill it. Ah, okay.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Well, now we know. But if I die again, I'm completely fucked.
Your souls are stained.
So I popped that too early, I guess. But either way, we had arm's length, so I didn't get knocked back.
I shall free you from your hate.
Hey, we lost Bring to Death. Yeet. The homie died over there. At least I'm not the only one struggling here. That dude died before too. Gee. We got there, we got there.
Surrender to bliss.
Yeet. Damn it, I should have used my I should have used food for 3% more XP. I wasted it. And we got what? 29. We got like 30, 60. It's 90, 670,000 XP for 1 kill. Not bad, not bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. But now we have a flight to take. We're going to the Empire, which is basically Russia as far as I understand. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines. For sure. Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Yeah, we got time. We got time. This progress will be lost. Oh no. Yeah, wait, are we doing battles? Or are these just cutscenes?
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range.
True. That almost rhymes.
Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
True. Just fly, forehead. Why didn't I think of that?
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius.
That does look pretty chilly.
The winds
I don't have much experience with that kind of thing, but it looks cold.
Against further trespass.
Bruh, you got short shorts on. What the fuck? Prepared. Bro, look at everyone in their woolies.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party.
Yeah?
They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Could be. Damn. That looks comfy as hell.
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
So they're tempered then.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Interesting.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
Just break their arms, dude.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment?
Yes.
Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
I'm sure he did.
He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position.
Just take their food away.
A stockpile of Magitech armaments. And once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
And
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups.
Bro, these people would be terrible at D&D. They always split
The
up.
first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
That's fair. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Dude, they're just standing there in the open.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
I wonder if her ears are cold. I imagine they would be. They got fur on them, but, you know, only half of them.
Have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks.
That also looks comfy as hell, though.
All right. Once more for my peace of mind.
And for the viewers at
Our
home.
first objective will be to rig the enemy's magitech with explosives.
Yes?
After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely.
Yes?
Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand.
Yeah.
The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
Here, here.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
That means we're playing Thancred.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Uh-huh.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Wait, Buttercup withdraws from battle? Who the hell is Buttercup? Commence the mission.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, I didn't read these.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Detecting increases in movement speed cannot be cast while in combat. While hidden, delivers an attack that neutralizes Imperial soldiers when the target is Magitech, weaponry, or a guard dog. Delivers an attack with potency of 100. Can only be executed while under the effect of swift deception. Throws a bomb that confuses the senses of guard dogs, neutralizing them has no effect on soldiers or weaponry. Uh-oh. We waited too long.
Hells.
I'm sure it's fine. Well, assuming that's a guard dog, or are there literal dogs? Yeet. Yeah, that only works on Imperial soldiers, so we're just gonna have to fight the slashers. Uh-oh. Fuck.
7 hells.
Nope. They know. I'm sure he doesn't notice his buddy taking a nap. He's fine. Just resting. Yeet. Yo, that doesn't hide me? That's unfortunate.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Are they gonna, like,
very good.
Attack
All
once
is
this goes
proceeding
off?
as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
I'll do my best.
Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
No farther. Yeet. Think we're good? Uh-oh. So yeah, I guess silent takedown does remove swift deception. So we have to channel that thing over there on the top right. There's a guard dog there and an Imperial. Maybe we can take out this one while that's over there. Eat. We just do one at a time, maybe we'll be okay. I think we might need to just fight that slasher, or both of them. We still have 55 we can go on the threat awareness meter. Hey, fuck you, bud.
Damn, spotted.
That added 14.
Seven hells.
I just don't like having these dudes running around. Those dudes turn all over the place, it would seem. Mostly waiting to see which way he faces. When that turns around, we go. Fuck. Yeet. Really glad he didn't see that. We're good to just channel. Oh, I can't fit through there. Damn it. No time like the present. Yeet. Not even close, bud. Hell yeah.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
I'm sure.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
I thought we were supposed to explode things and then turn off the Magitech. Yeet. A most grandiose fashion of destruction. At the rear of Ilsabard contingent supply caravan, it's me. How did we get a caravan through the mountains? That's what I'm asking. Oh, never mind. It's just the stuff we brought on the airships.
The blizzard's beginning to clear.
Yeet.
The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but...
Can't help but worry. Yo, pup dogs.
Wait! Something's coming!
Oh no! I mean, I didn't really look at those pup dogs, but those are essentially giant pugs, and I love
the
it.
only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages. We lose those, and we're as good as dead.
I mean, can we save the dogs from being tempered? I will fight as me. Nice.
Fighters, protect the others.
I mean, this is just armor. Feel bad for the dude in like piloting it, but you gotta take that out. This isn't Rinsena. Or, oh, I guess he is there. Why did Sicard say that shit?
A brief respite, but stay alert.
They're just sleeping. It's fine.
Keep the carriages safe.
I'm assuming we're just moving up the line. Yo, a Reaper. I don't want to help a man lame. I forget that's who that was.
Savior of Ishgard is here!
Yeet. Sorry, we killed that. We finished that one off by punching it in the face, so he definitely just got knocked out. He's fine.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger.
I'm working on it, dude.
Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
Before my combo ends. Eat.
We're the only ones still struggling.
Pretty much.
So we put our backs into it. I've been itching for a scrap.
Wait, why can I not use Infuriate? Oh, I wasn't in combat. Okay. That's fair. Magitech reinforce. Oh, hello, that's a tank. Can I ride it? Stop it in its tracks. That's funny because it doesn't really have tracks. And I did my best. I did my best. Okay, now I've done my best. We used everything. Eat.
You lot all right back there? We're fine and ready for more.
Yo, is that the big ass tower? I just noticed that. Someone should really heal those dudes.
Get to the front and turn the tide.
Oh, I can't mount. I think we're fine. We're fine. Well, that was nice. No, the other side of the blade, Estinian.
removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing that won't heal in time.
Uh-huh.
The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
Damn, tell him, Ishtola. Woof.
That I did.
Just bonk him a good one right on the chin, dude. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous of that axe. Is that a sword or a spear?
Damn it. I need to help the others
I
take
can't
her
be
down.
sure.
There's no end to them.
Have no fear, I'm here.
I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Turn up! I'm more partial to broccoli than turnip.
There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
I'd say we're made of probably the same or very similar things to what they're made of.
We have them now. Forward!
Yo, these dudes are bitches compared to the last ones. And the last ones were pretty weak too. Damn. Oh, that would explain it.
Right! Let them have it!
No, we have to aggro them all. Yo, hello? Man, I just popped Inner Beast. Inner Release. Go wait for it. Dear goodness. Calm down, Pippin. Okay.
Do not fall behind!
Yeah, we still got the hidden hell. Giga Tempest, that's promising. Can do that too, Magni. Oh. Oh, that's the wrong button. Yeet. Well, that was aesthetically pleasing. Yeet. Yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. that's just excessive, dude. Come on. Yo, who's on heels? I don't think it's the Duke. Do we have anybody at all? Uh-oh. Overwhelmed at this right now. We're fine, dude. Oh wait, what the hell is that? Cthulhu?
Before the sun!
I think we're fine. Yeet. Yo, there was one of those things in there too? I didn't even see that. Yeet. She might have killed them all though. Let's see. Oh no, they're fine. They're just sleeping. It really do be fine. I just realized I could have used Nascent Flash on the thing. The wall, I believe. No.
The worthy adversary.
Calm down. We're done.
Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again. To the death.
That's the spirit.
Sadu Hatun.
What? She left him hanging, dude. You
That
did
was
good,
the last of
Magni.
them.
I saw what he did, and I appreciate him.
Ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan?
Yeah, they're fine.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And
So-
soon we shall arrive at the capital.
So what we do is we untemper them, and then we add them to our forces, dude. It's that simple. It's like, you know, a zombie. Or like a zombie horde in reverse, kind of. Just unzombie them.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here.
Yeah.
Bested by the Kavosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated. The chosen forsaken.
So who's watching the Imperials during all this?
In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks?
Military power. Easy.
Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
That really do be massive.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
As one does.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
That's what you think.
We can consider the question after we have made camp.
Do we need to make camp? There seem to be fully functional buildings.
Any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Doesn't it have one?
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
That'll do. Simple, effective. Kinda sad, just like this place. Yo, look at that dragon, dude. So we've made it to Garlemald. Also, that's a literal airplane. Yeet. A T-Rex? Bruh. These mounts have gotten crazier. I feel like they just get weirder and weirder with every new one that I see. And I love it. I wonder if the T-Rex can fly. I really hope so. Just flaps its little hands. That'll be funny as shit. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plans proceed apace. Just a little farther and we reach the capital itself. Bruh. Alpha knowing his rhymes. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss the course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Stola and Graha to join us in the building to the northeast of camp? Alice and I will meet you there. For sure. Is there a repairer? A mender, even? Any mail? No new letters. Cowards. Unfortunate. Even the tank flies, dude. Perfect. That means the T-Rex has to fly. Air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. Jagged, hideous, unholy, even at this distance, the presence is overwhelming. Bro, what is everyone looking for a group for? S rank Armstrong? Nice. Oh, that is way the hell out there. You'll be pleased to know most of the tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. Ah, hell yeah, dude. You, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. Possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they've left far too many useful possessions behind. Although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. You mentioned a meeting? I will make my way there. By all means. I think it's just Ishtola holding everyone up. No, she's there.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may.
No, you may not.
Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine.
Oh yeah?
Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
One can only hope.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
She has two, thanks.
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
Fair point.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next.
Well, that's why you brought your smiths, isn't it, Sicard?
My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
And that's why we brought the engineers.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
That's a lot of dudes.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace.
Ambitious.
How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
What about the levitating one?
Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
What about the whole ether thing?
That leaves us with guard duty.
Yeet.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino.
Damn it, I was hoping for fucking buddy comedy Warrior of Light and Alice scene.
Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rime. I would have you search the area for survivors.
That's a bad word.
Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
Uh-huh. So you're saying I'm banished to Siberia, are you? Sure. I don't really care for either of the other ones.
I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
If it's this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when next we meet. Makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, then we must find them, and quickly. True. Ah, damn it, Amanalaine. Leave me alone. What ho, chums? Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Wow. Sounds like a rather tall order. Yay! There we go. That's the comedy we need. Since you ask, we're to scour the Eblan Rime for survivors. Wander around ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone. Take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. We may as well humor him. Let him pretend to be useful. It's fine. Oh yeah. I've heard Garlemald is the first place you can actually unlock flying. Like, the first time you go there. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing, or maybe a cow. Not what we're after either way. Is that an ether current? No, just a wind sprite. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But ho. But lo, what do I see? Orion hillock? Nothing. That's a girl! Or is it Alphino? Over there behind that tree, it looks like she's running away from something, though surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. In this weather? That seems irresponsible. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. The sooner the better in this snow. Ah yes, swarming tinctures, thank you. My honor demands I do no less, and lest we forget the very reason we're here is to protect those in need. Is that an oil rig? That looks like an oil rig. $300 yalms to the northeast. That thing is huge. Les footprints. Wait, those footprints definitely do not lead east. What? I guess, yeah, down the hill. The hell is that? Overgrown. That's no rose I've seen. Door doesn't look to have been open in some time. It might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around. Possible she ran right past this place. For sure. There's people all over the place here. There's almost nobody at like Labyrinthos and some of the other areas. Tavnir in particular. I felt like I saw very few people, at least in the areas that I was frequenting. Anxiously surveys her surroundings. You'd call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It would be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. So, this can only end well. I feel like this is rather unsafe. Yo, there's dangerous stuff around. Want to get behind the tree. There's that there. Sounds nasty. Ooh, hopefully she don't see those footprints. It's fine. We were hoofing it that time. Yeet. No, you're fine, dude. It's all good. I got your back. want to aggro that thing. They are all depending on me. Who's they? Up in that settlement up there? Ooh, that was perfect timing. I didn't trust that was actually the final spurt. Oh well. Don't mean to surprise you or anything, but... you good, homie? Sorry. I know I don't have the, most normal appearance, but... House is packed with explosives. Hell yeah, dude. That's badass. Alphino, LSA, Waluko. True, true. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I'm sure, this random stranger will trust your word, Alphino. You savages are the ones responsible for all of this. You did this. What? I didn't know such thing. Slander. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here. In fact, the Lafroy are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald. They won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. The enemy. Our enemy. Sure, sure. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Poor souls. Their poor souls are now in our care, and we're striving to cure them of their affliction. The first person we met who hasn't already been enslaved. How are you able to escape their influence? Are there any others like you? Sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? Forget all that. We're fine. Gloss over it. My name's Lycinia? Lycinia? Lycinia will be easier for me to remember. I'll probably say it that way. As for how I managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night in the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. Not sure, I can't really remember. Oh, yeah, that's kind of scuffed, isn't it? Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. Well, it had stopped, just not quite so, peacefully. Your hells are real. I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Anyone else? Family? Anyone? This is Victor Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers. Or where it was, but now me and a few others are borrowing it. That doesn't look like too much of a mansion, but I mean, given the state of things, I'd say it's pretty good. Just wanted to keep everyone safe, and I didn't know if you were, The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you were here to help. Can you? Of course. Shouldn't she, like, scout or something? Or like, tell one person and then come see, and then if she comes back, everything's all well and good. Now they're just full send. This is everyone. Hello, everyone. Lycinia says, you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with the means of heating the place as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. That is too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide the spark with a little magic? A little magic, even? You mean the bower? Yes, yes. Wouldn't it be better to work on those cerulean things, like get the engineers going? You good, homie? He doesn't seem good. She seems pretty sus, if anything, really. Sorry, I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. Now, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in a far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? Well, funny you should say that. Alphino is, in fact, a healer. Kind of an offensive healer this expansion, but you know, he still does his best. Can treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Amanalane's tinctures, the ones that can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one? For sure. It does sound like that soundtrack here is coming through a really shitty radio. It's kind of it kind of makes sense. The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. A vengeance. Being gifts from the notoriously unreliable Amanalane, it is highly doubtful this concoction will have the intended effect, if only there were willing and, more importantly, unwitting volunteers on whom to test it. Yeet. Did Amanalane provide these, or did someone else? I thought they were state alchemists who made them. I've never heard of such a thing, no harm in trying, but tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what's happened, it's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magitech that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. But Machina that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum. Of course, Cerulia Ingens is full of the stuff for all the good it does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. What if the warming tincture is just booze? That'd be funny. All is well, yes, never better. I doubt that. You're just trying to keep a positive mental attitude. Oh, what sweet libation is this? Is it poisoned by chance? Don't sound so hopeful. 'Twas a joke, a joke. If I laughed, 'tis that I may not weep, so said the poet, and alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We are the blessed damned, to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while our brethren lie dead, or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions, and screams was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly toward the palace, each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, and offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health. If not, my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. It's rather a grim way of looking at it, but you do you, boo. What do you want? I want to give you alcohol. I'm like 90% certain this is just booze. Oh, it is a radio. Nice. It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it? We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular, made with quality components crafted with the finest ore sourced from Locus Amonis. Chungus Among Us, it is. There are different types, but not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all the others. That's all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Chungus Among Us. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. It is a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus yet lives and that he speaks to us through our radios. I saw it happen. It's no. It was a cunning strategy faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself that he may one day make his triumphant return. Alright. I don't think that, yeah, no, you got decapitated, my dude. Or something like that. What is that? It's poison. This is what you gave the others? Thank you, I'll save it for later. She's not gonna drink it. Too sus. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Sure? By all means. Are you part of the group staying in Laterum? You mean Camp Broken Glass? I saw Legatus Virgilia's troops heading towards the Magna Glacius a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Yes. And yes. Camp Broken Glass, you call it, and Virgilia and her men are all there now. Mm-hmm. So how did you reach the Magna Glacius? Did you cross the mountains on foot? No, we flew. Tell me you know about airships. There might be a way to get out of here after all. Where is everyone? Babushka! A voice from inside. You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby Almasti has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Yep. You and yours are strong enough to defeat a Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. Surely. You have a mind to continue helping us. Perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there, people whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange. Lots of food, and that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach their den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the tappers. Yeah, she's not the only one allowed to be sus. Ah yes, of course, if I see any, I'll be sure to shoo them away. Do that. To reach Tapper's Den, you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too, so it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. For sure. We're definitely falling in the ice. Yo, a fire goobu. Damn, that is way over there. Okay. 400 yalms south. We'll get there when we get there. Alright, but before we do, it's about time for a stretch break. So, appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you are and you have not already, make sure you down on that like button, yeet that subscribe, turn notifications on, and help me reach my goal of 100 subscribers by the end of 2021. Check out my socials in the description while I'm away, and I will be right back. Yeet. Alright friends, we're back. How we doing? Eat. Okay, so we left off, we have some stuff to do. We need to go talk to some tappers and cross a big lake or something like that. Kill some beasts. We've got a job to do. To get some ceruleum so we can heat everyone's houses. Not only their house, but also, I suspect, our camp broken glass. But, I mean, there's a fate here, so, like, why not? Don't sneeze on them. That's dangerous. Should meet up. Well, that's 4, 5. I think we'll be okay with 5. Now we can just decimate everything. Yeah. I think we've probably done enough to get the gold already. Killed one whole one myself and we've just been tapping the rest of these. Yeet. Alright, well I'd say that went rather well. We're in the area, so I should stop and get this ether current, unless it's up there. Would be a huge pain in the ass. Fuck! How do we even get up there? There a stairway or something? That definitely does not look pathable, no. Nor does it look any more pathable further up. Oh, that may be right there. Someone is loitering there with a cutscene. Fun stuff. What, I don't have to go all the way to the start of the pipe, do I? And then run all the way back? Think we can make that? Yeet. So the section of the story that we're doing right now is like labeled on the wiki as level 82 to 83 story, and there's like 20 quests or so, and I'd say we're probably on quests like 7 or 8, if that, and we're already over halfway through 83, so I'd say we're doing well in terms of XP and keeping up with the storyline. I don't think we'll have any moments where we'll get caught. at too low of a level, especially if we keep doing our, at least our trial roulettes every day. No, 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 you're fine, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself. Who goes there? Well, you see, there was this lady in this house, and there was this creature in there that could talk. It was wild, you would never believe. What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over at Victor Spoils hadn't given away our location, you'd never have found us. Those stuck-up assholes thought they could come waltzing in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Looks like the boot's on the other foot now. The capital's gone to shite. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, sellsword. If they think we'll give in to intimidation, they've got another thing coming. Rude? I didn't do anything, dude. I didn't do nothing to nobody. Yeet. Save one for him, too. Yeet. That'll cleave and we'll punch him in the face. Yeet. Please consider me intimidated. Yeet. Sure, sure. Tapper, I barely know her. There you are. Lycinia? No, Alice. Step to your left, Lycinia asked me to go and catch up with you in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I have a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. Do you? Do you? I was unaware. Don't really remember where she got it. It was probably half of them. No one else really could. Well then, after you, why do I gotta take the point? Come on. I already beat up those dudes. Maybe that's why. Who you? What happened to the guards? I intimidated them. Eorzeans and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald. Doesn't make any damn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Well, there's this thing, and, you know, it's crazy, you wouldn't really believe it. Gurabanya, Yangxia, Bazia, Dalmasca, to name but a few. Some dragged here against our will, others fed bollocks about a better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. Yeet. The old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, it says we. But the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is Cerulia Ingens, still sustaining us even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. That's fair. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days, what with the city in ruins. We take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later, and though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful if they're interested. We'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. Free to go. Go where? Even if we manage to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us thanks to the Empire. The knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. Long as there's a need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by. Even if Garlemald, as we knew it, is gone for good. He's not wrong. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Garlemald as he knew it. Alice, don't get hung up on Garlemald falling and being gone. It's just a change of government, really. Regardless of what the Ilsabard contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be a cause of celebration, while for others, their whole way of life has been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people, their lives, their stories? Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there will be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Pantaloons! Yeet. Lunch in toadskin hose offending. Bruh, my suit, it's all but gone. Thankfully, we've already replaced the helmet with 515, so, you know, we're not losing the chocobo head anytime soon, I'll tell you that. Not again. Indeed, that's what we're here for. We talked about this. To turn to their enemies for help, they must be more desperate than I thought. Then again, Licinia's got her little sister to think about. Ah! I assumed it was a babushka. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. I may refuse Licinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way, you hear? Yeet. Can't for the life of me think why Licinia would keep her sister a secret from us, but we can ask about that after we've delivered this ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. Alice, come on. I know you didn't. You weren't the master debater of the studium like Alphino was, but I think you can understand why she wouldn't want to talk about her sister. Strangers in a strange land, and you expect her to divulge everything about her life to us? I don't think you need to be a master diplomat for that. Good thing we checked, by the way. This one's over here, over here. $537 yalms. Ooh, I hope we get there in time. Roses are red, violence is due. At least a minute has passed, but no one has been there. Ah, it's a mouse. It's one of them rose things. Yeet. It would seem I'm the first tank to arrive. First tank on the scene. Yeet. I believe this is double usually. Oh. You are nasty, by the way. Hideous, horrendous, disgusting, filthy creature. I'm grateful we got here in time. I would have been bummed if we'd missed out. Heliogabalus. Yeet. Casual 2 quests worth of stuff. 238 yalms to the north. Probably that mountain. Again, those look nothing like roses. I know every rose has its thorns, but... Northwest. Probably on top of that. Oh, or not. Yeet. Here I was trying to plan to figure out, like, scale the building and everything, but no. Nothing. More yalms to the north? Fuck. I feel obligated, because if I run to turn that quest in, I'll be running directly away from it. What level are you? Automated death machine. Wow. It's hardcore. It's pretty metal, dude. Bro, you mean to tell me I can't fit through there? Come on. Spotted. More yalms. Okay, I'm not going up there. I'll go get the etherite over here, but that's it. We can't even really access the quests yet, so... that'll have to be that for now. We do have half of the findable ether currents, though. Regio dorm room. Yeet. The MSQ color of joy. Oh, that's fine. No. There's no fate achievements. Was this underground? Do we have to blow up the mountain or something? Do we have to scale it? Piss off! I don't think we can scale the mountain. Yeah, what a waste. We probably are gonna have to blow up the mountain. So this is where that S rank spawns. At least one of the spots. On the road again. Too quiet. Would have thought Alphino would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. Alphino, you were never one to be so quiet. Wherefore art thou? Buddy. Big guy. Hey. Hey. Hey, boss. Hey, boss. Where are you off to? Where you been? Oh. That doesn't seem right. What, did someone attack him? Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. Can't fool us. We know what you're about. That's toxic, dude. Bruh. Are these dudes idiots? I mean, I get... You know, I get being suspicious, but if 3 people show up and say we're gonna help you, start helping you, and then split themselves, leaving one of their people, while the other 2 go do something one of your people requested, I think you're pretty well safe, let alone he's much better armed than they are. Like, why? Even if he is outnumbered and tiny compared to them. That you put ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge, yada 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 yada. It's not what any of us want. We've got bigger problems. Found empty medicine bottles in a bed that was still warm. It's true, Licinia was hiding her 6th sister inside the house. Now there's no sign of either of them. Sister's ill, empty bottles prove it, so the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry, or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. Beasts everywhere, how could you let them go alone? Bruh. Invade our homeland, taint it with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean should sooner die than... Okay. A Garlean talking about being upset over a homeland invasion, dude? What the fuck? Their whole national, like, mission statement is to invade everyone else. Because it fucking sucks up here. But find them we must. Both? Wait, we're supposed to leave them alone again? Just keep those pointy things pointed at them. You'll be fine. Why don't we just take some of the untempered Imperials and have them put in a good word? Also, I don't know why Alice A would come off with us. Definitely them. So they think it was we whomst did the tempering? Again, we're pretty well fine on XP, so I'm not too worried about going to do that fate. Ah! Worth a try. Trail stops at Frozen Lake. Perhaps they chose this route as not to leave footprints. Can't think of any other reason. Look at this place crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. We really do with Alphino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Yo, that's the big search area. Yo, nobody has come to do the fate yet? It's because they're doing that one. What are they? They're little birds, dude. That's so cute. They got little hats. I hit the wrong button. What a waste. Turns out bloodletting is pretty damn effective. I'm doing great. I think I'm better off spamming overpower. Look at that, we're full health. Yeet. Fate soloing machine, by the way. Yamushina. Look at that. 30,000 hit points right there. Yeet. It's what, a 20-second cooldown? 25. Is that all? No, let me finish them all off, you coward! Taking my shit, dude. I just wanted to finish off that one, like, pack that I've been wearing down this whole time. So now I understand the full strength of bloodletting. That is insane. I'd say it's a safe bet that we get gold on this one. Yeet. Again, I forgot food. Fuck. Oh, yeah? Wet paper half buried in the snow appears to be a flyer for a theater group, though the run of shows advertised has long since ended. Damn. We missed out, dude. Maybe they're running to the tappers. Fresh blood. What? Might need to hurry up a little bit. He's east. That's not towards the tappers. They're over there. That's the big Yeti, dude. Why'd they bring the radio, dude? That is unfortunate. It's literally the dude's fault. Figures it was the dumbass dude who thought the Emperor faked his death, and he'll be coming back in his glorious return any time now. Sounds familiar.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, if Alpha Node didn't, Alice might go kill those dudes.
Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have...
Where's my flower? Point out those ones, where's mine?
We have to take them home.
No, we can't take them home because those doofuses will say... They'll say, oh great, you killed them.
Maybe we don't belong here. But neither did they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
This isn't part of the lake, is it? That'd be awkward.
I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all.
Or it's just a recording. I would know, trust me.
I want to understand. So I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones.
Bro, that's fucked up. Must have been something we could have done. I don't know, maybe kept 2 people with them? We have never come here. Would they still be alive if we hadn't? Maybe, but with less chance of survival, I'd say. Because the only reason they died was because they ran out into the snow like unintelligent individuals. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them, someone who is not us. All we can do for now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Maybe some untempered Imperials. They can be trusted. Oh, this is the house. I thought we were still by the where we found them. That one's already going. We need 6 fates for level 2. I thought it was like 11. But as far as I remember, level 2 is all you need for faster mount speed, at least in Shadowbringers. Alice and Alphino tell me they finished their preliminary search for survivors, but have refrained from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for your account? Well, you see, there were these douchebags. And it was crazy. You wouldn't believe it.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
How dare you, Lucia? This is your fault.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Popularis, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald.
It's worked.
The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad.
Yeah, there's no way. If they were still loyal to Varus, why would they stop him? Stop Nerva if Varus was dead. I guess they just didn't believe he was dead.
Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
All according to Plan Daniel.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again,
Classic Russia.
Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the 1st Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
But then who would the Varus people be trying to put on the throne? Xenos?
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory. And that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
What a surprise!
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor.
This massive
From
keening
that point
sound.
onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams.
It's always about dreams.
May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
And that's
This sounds awfully familiar.
just a little bit. A story of biblical proportions.
We have something to show you all.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
Ah, so the radio is just picking up whatever psionic signal things from the ether and all that? So they could actually physically hear it without dreaming?
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
Oh?
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
You'd think there'd be more survivors considering the popularity, the presumed popularity of those radios.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you.
Then speak.
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall.
Oh?
Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
Sure.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
Well, he's not wrong on that one. They kind of are.
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths.
True. Fan that pride flame.
If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours. or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Diplomat extraordinaire.
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
What would your mother say? She wouldn't. She would be speechless at my lack of responsibility, truly.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword?
Yes, that is me, a plain and simple sellsword. Don't worry about that. Yes.
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Be received as invited guests, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Thancred in particular will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Yada yada yada. So if he was so adamant about us not learning anything from him, why would he offer to take us to his camp? You and the children ready? I'll explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. All this talk of we. He's by himself talking big in the middle of our camp, dude. Far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill and follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Oh, is this camp the one with the etherite in it? No, don't say my name. No, you've never heard that name before. It's just similar. Happenstance. Filibuster. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter. Run towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. Once you choose to depart, Euless will accompany you. Alphino and Alice will then begin moving towards the destination. Okay, okay. Yes, indubitably. Set off at a brisk walk. Not the bears. I bet we are going all the way over there. Y'all LeBron in the lead. Shit. We're fine, we're fine. Yo, there's a monster on the road. Who'd have thunk? I want to mount up and sneeze on him, but I cannot. Okay, where to next? The first stop. Are these your headquarters? No, you fool. Yeet. North of the station is Regio dorm room, one of the main residential areas, or at least was. They did roam the streets in packs, fill terrors to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off. Yeet. From here we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway, while the route itself is straightforward. Getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. He said keep us... Or he said keep your hands off your weapons. They spare their own, but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I'll lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you are to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back, I will not take that chance. With that said, let us proceed. Let me equip my new boots. My last piece of sweet gold gear, other than my chocobo helm. What, Euless, you just gonna watch? Yeet. I do love Inner Chaos. It's very nice. Felcleave's cool and all, but Inner Chaos is very PogChamp. Our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. Your people would need to be taken into custody, that way we may administer the treatment. They would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people, they're beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. Go right into the frost giant. Euless, more like useless. He's not even gonna fight. That'll do. That'll do. I think that was a solid third of his health in one hit. God bless America. Yeet. Yo, how many more times are we gonna have to fight between here and there? Oh, he already killed him. Nice. Maybe he's not so useless after all. I meant what I said. These people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before only out of a desire to remain undiscovered, and that is still a higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Following the railway. Can I fit? Yeet. I hit my head, but we're fine. Ow. 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 Yo, they're like super tempered. Wow. So it turns out Mithril Tempest does give you Storm's Eye, even if you don't already have it. The tooltip says extends Surging Tempest duration. Oh no, there it is. Grants Surging Tempest. As well as extends. I only read the bottom part. So that's my bad. My mistake. What they have become. Would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Well, those ones specifically, yeah, no. Those exposed to a vast quantity of a primal ether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. And you admit it, now that you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you will think twice before speaking of a cure. Bruh! These people! They're dumb as shit. He says that implying we don't already know what we're talking about. Wait, it's not that? But even further away, dude? Come on. I'm mounting up again. We'll be fine. Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations, now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I will be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, the entrance is way the fuck over here. There's leads down there. Okay. Greetings, Theodora. Wait, let me go get that etherite. Did I ever attune to the one in town? I don't think I did. Then again, I did teleport there earlier. Yeah, I think it auto did. Did it automatically? Not responding. Stupid ass Garlean. The right's not working and shit. Rather defensible, and out of sight, no less. Lower your voices. I think a lot of these people's doubts could really be cured by just showing them the people who were not fine and who are now fine. Might take some waiting until they wake up, but you know, I think it should it would go a long way.
These are their chosen representatives.
Yep, that's us.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Van Kina, Legatus of the First Legion.
Iskandar, is that you? Wait, this isn't fate.
I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye.
Yeah, well, you're not dead. It's good
In
enough.
a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable.
At this point, do we profit from that, though?
Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps.
This sounds backwards.
'Twas only
like
with
bass
Magitech
backwards.
that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here.
Here, cause that big ass thing in the sky, please.
Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would.
You would.
But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit.
Well, yeah. So we can destroy the big tower in the sky because it's killing all of everyone else.
They will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye.
Well, that's kind of your own fault.
Shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference. To make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but
for the last era, it's been the other way around.
Truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
No.
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald?
Because there's a difference between cooperation and capitulation, my dude.
Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope.
So the things he's saying are exactly when he says, why not put Garlean over everyone else so that way everyone can have peace? He's trying to prevent the exact opposite from being done to him because of pride. Pointless, dude. Pointless.
It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
Collars? What are we calling them?
What are these?
Bombs, dude.
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
Ah.
Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
He knows.
Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
Understandable.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Where's my save the world option, dude?
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Me?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's his responsibility. He brought us. Alright, that seems as good a stopping point as any, I would say. Damn it! But, I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed. This is where we're going to end the stream for today. Because we have a new Let's Play starting in about 8 minutes on my channel. And I'm not about to be fighting myself for, you know. Focus on my own channel, you know? So, we'll be playing Days Gone. That's not live, that's a premiere. Over here in about 8 minutes at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, feel free to watch that if you want. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try and start at 11 o'clock like my advertised time. But we'll see how that goes, sleep schedule permitting. One day we'll get to it, I'm sure. But like I said, that's it. Appreciate you, love you. Hope you have a good day. Yeet!